Hi guys, and welcome to this video where I'll teach you how I like to learn a jazz standard. Now today's jazz standard is going to be All of Me, which ties in very nicely with All of Me that is in the coaching program. Okay, so I really believe from my own personal experience that the longer you rely on sheet music or a real book, the longer you're going to need it. Okay, so if you really do want to learn a jazz standard, learn it properly and learn it so it's coming from within rather than going in through the eyes and then coming out. Okay, because you're just making life hard for yourself. And also, if you're reading, you won't be listening nowhere near as well, which we'll come on to a little bit later. Okay, and of course, the other and most important aspect, if you don't read from a lead sheet, is all the learning opportunities. Okay, which there are quite a few that I can think of just off the cuff. Okay, so just by checking out all of the videos shown on this page, where there's Billie Holiday, there's Louis Armstrong, there's Frank Sinatra, there's Tim Cliphoyce, there's Oscar Peterson, there's Sonny Stitt, and someone called Darren Lloyd, you have all the opportunity to listen to their phrasing, their vibrato, their style, their articulation, their embellishments, and of course, and most importantly, the melody. But there's just so many other aspects in there apart from just the melody. Okay, like I said, there might be many other elements that I've not included, but as you just heard, that is quite an impressive list of learning opportunities that would be missed. It would just simply be missed if you read. If you're reading, you're just concentrating so much on your reading, especially if you're not a strong reader. Okay, even more reason to just get rid of that music and always learn a melody by heart, off by heart. I can remember doing this as a 13-year-old lad, practicing along to an album called 22 Trumpet Greats that my parents bought for me. And I listened to it over and over again. I just, without even realising what I was doing, I just started playing along with the record. So I could play Lonely Ball, I could play Tijuana Taxi, I could play Cabaret, I could play Cherry Pink and Apple Blossom White, I could play Midnight in Moscow. All these tunes by these fabulous trumpet players that Kenny Baker, Eddie Calvert, all those amazing players. I could play, and I can still play them today because I learnt them off by heart. That's how strong it is. If you learn them by heart and learn them the way that I'm going to teach you, the chances are you'll never forget them. Okay, just one thing I want to say. I think at first it's okay to read the chords when improvising from a lead sheet, but and as I mentioned earlier about the listening, Hal Galper, who I've been fortunate to study with, I love his book, Forward Motion. He says, if you are reading, you are not listening. Okay, so that is a very important statement there. If you are reading, you are not listening. Okay, I also think it's really important to ditch the lead sheet as soon as possible. Okay, so even don't get hung up with every single chord. I know that's the way I like to teach, but if you are in the key center, if you are in the key, okay, and you know what key you're in, that when you're improvising, remember all the practice that we do to become great improvisers, when you're on the bandstand or when you're improvising, you shouldn't be thinking about any of that. Okay, so you forget all of that anyway. So that's the idea. It's almost like left brain, right brain, left brain, right brain. Practice in a logical, methodical, goal orientated way. And then when you improvise, you just listen and only play what you hear. Okay, but sometimes that helps. Okay, if you know what key you are in. Okay, moving on to the melody. I personally quite like it when learning a jazz standard if I find, or if I can find, a vocal version. Okay, it seems to stick a little bit better with me, even if I can't remember the lyrics. The only thing, the only downside if you're a horn player is that they generally sing them, not always, but generally in a different key. But as long as you don't have perfect pitch, that's okay. You know, you can still learn a great deal from how they sing it, their inflections, embellishments, and apply that to your own playing. The only downside, of course, as well, is that you won't be able to play along with it. That is the only reason I have included my version of All of Me, because it is in the key of concert C major, which is the key we will be learning it in. Okay, another quick tip for you. Don't always listen. If you're a trumpet player, don't always just listen to trumpet players. If you're an alto sax player, don't always just listen to alto sax players. Listen to violinists, listen to pianists, listen to singers, listen to guitar players. Okay, there's just so much more. It's the language of jazz we are listening to. Okay, it's not just trying to become a better jazz trumpet player. You are trying to develop many aspects of your musicality when becoming a better jazz improviser, and I believe the more you listen to, the better. So first thing you need to do is to find a version, choose a version that you love and you're not going to get tired of listening to. Okay, so and you need to listen to it over and over again until you can sing perfectly along or hum perfectly along with that recording. Okay, if you are learning along with a vocalist, it's great, as it may also give your version a little bit more meaning, depending on what the lyrics are. Okay, if you can hear the words as you play, that's just a maybe. We are going to learn, as I say, All of Me in the same key, concert C major, as the lessons within the program. Okay, so we're now getting to the part where we're going to try and learn it. Okay, you're going to learn it with me. So if you don't know the song very well, turn the video off now and go and listen to it over and over and over again. Okay, and maybe come back to this video in a couple of days and just have it on a loop. Just listen to it round and round and round. Okay, yeah, don't try this part of the video or lesson until you are super confident with singing the words or humming the melody along to your favorite recording. Okay, so just a quick thought as well. If you are trying to learn a tune that has no words, like a bebop head or just a melody, an original or something that has no words, of course you can't sing it. You can't sing the words and you just have to rely on your lahing or your humming. Okay, but it's still the same process. Okay, here we go. Singing, humming along with me. Okay, so here we go with the learning of the melody. Now, of course, you can only do this if you are completely familiar with the tune. Okay, either the tune, the lyrics, or both. Okay, so obviously if you know the lyrics, you must know the tune. So we're going to do it in small chunks. So, all of me. Why not take all of me? So, and I would just work that out. I would just work that out on my instrument until I can play it exactly. And then something else that's just popped in my mind. Of course, this is really improving your musical memory. How can I go on, dear, without you? Okay, now that is tricky because there's some chromaticism in there. Okay, so how can I go on, dear, without you? Here we go. Try it on the trumpet. Okay, I sometimes get the words wrong here, but it doesn't really matter about the words. It's more to do with the rhythm and the melody. So I think it is, take my lips, I want to lose them. Take my arms, I'll never use them. Okay, let's see how we get on with the trumpet. Now, of course, I know this tune very, very well. So, and obviously, the better you know the tune, the easier it's going to be to transfer that over onto your instrument. Okay, this is quite a simple tune. It's not like a bebop head like Donnelly. Okay, again, I would still try to recommend learning something like that by ear. Maybe that's not for this course, but bit advanced, that one. But still try to learn these jazz standards, especially these American songbooks, by ear. Now, the second part of this tune is the same as the beginning. Okay, so the next section. Your goodbyes left me with eyes that cry. How can I go on, dear, without you? Now, of course, this is like a 32 bar tune, but 8 bars, 8 bars, 8 bars, 8 bars, and it's sort of A, B, A, C. That is the form. So that 8 bars that I've just played there is almost identical to the first 8 bars. So the next section. You took the part that once was my heart. Okay. You took the part that once was my heart, or heart, depending if you like that flat 9. Okay, if it is a flat 9. And then the last 4 bars, why not take all of me? Which is that just coming down the minor 7. So da do da dee dee da. Why not take all of me? So I know the tune. I really know the tune. That's why it's so important. So, all of me. Why not take all of me? Can't you see I'm no good without you? Take my lips. I want to lose them. Take my arms. I'll never use them. Your goodbye left me with eyes that cry. How can I go on, dear, without you? You took the part that once was my heart. why not take all of me? Okay, because I know that song so well, it has been much easier to transfer that to the instrument, whatever instrument you play. So now I'm going to play just the melody unaccompanied, but I'm also going to try a few little embellishments as well, certainly for the second 16. Okay, hope you've enjoyed this video, guys, and it's given you some good ideas how to learn a melody. This is definitely how I recommend it. Okay, and I recommend how you do it too. So good luck with it, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye for now.